The Big Bang Theory. Cast signed. Contracts with a clause nobody talks about. It stops them from revealing what really happened on set. But in 2019, court documents leaked something shocking. The female stars faced death threats, home break-ins, and rape threats. One actress had to sign papers saying she might wake up without her leg. Another secretly battled painkiller addiction while filming, and all three women were told to stay quiet about it. Warner Brothers made sure of that. The truth was buried for years, but not anymore. The Big Bang Theory almost looked very different when Chuck Lorre and Bill Patty pitched the idea in 2006. Their original plan didn't include a single female character. It was just Leonard, Sheldon, and a third guy. 3 nerds, all men in a science-filled world. No women. At the time, studios didn't think women in science comedies could really work. But when they showed it to test audiences, the feedback was clear. Something was off. The show felt too flat, too narrow. So the creators added a female lead. At first, that role was played by Amanda Walsh. Her character was called Katie. Tough, sarcastic, and a bit cold. Test. Audiences didn't like her. Her energy clashed with Leonard and Sheldon, who were supposed to be gentle and socially awkward. CBS executives weren't convinced either. They thought Katie came off as mean, even toxic. The show nearly fell apart before it began. But instead of giving up, the creators reworked everything. They turned Katie into Penny, and they brought in Kay Cuoco. That change made all the difference. Penny was fun, friendly, and warm. She brought the human connection the show needed. She wasn't a scientist, but she helped the audience relate to the scientists. Later on, the creators added more female characters, Bernardet and Amy. That shifted the whole feel of the show. It wasn't just about nerdy guys anymore. It became a story about friendship, love, and social awkwardness from both sides. As the show got bigger, so did the pressure. By 2014, Kay Cuoco, Jim Parsons, and Johnny Galecki were each earning about $1 million per episode. The syndication rights were worth over $1 billion. A 302 ad during the 2013-14 season cost $326,260, second only to NFL games. With that kind of money on the line, image control became everything. Kay, along with Melissa Rao and Mim Balak, felt the weight. They had to stay likable. Any slip up, even off-screen, could hurt the brand. The pressure grew so intense that, in later seasons, the 5 lead actors took pay cuts so Bernardet and Amy could get equal salaries. It showed how valuable the women had become, but also how much harder they had to fight to stay in the spotlight. Even before Amy Farrah Fowler became a fan favorite, there was hesitation. CBS executives weren't sure people would accept a female neuroscientist as quirky and brilliant as Sheldon. They feared viewers might find her too intimidating. But that fear was wrong. Maybe Alec made Amy funny, lovable, and human. She and Melissa Rao brought new energy to the show. Amy even won a Nobel Prize in the story. Bialik herself got 4 Emmy nominations. Viewers didn't just accept smart female scientists, they loved them. Behind the scenes, there was another twist. Kay Cuoco and Johnny Galecki, who played Penny and Leonard, had a real-life romance during the early years of the show. It started secretly. During season 1, Kay had a crush right away, but Johnny didn't catch on. Later, while filming a scene in an elevator shaft for the episode The Nerdvana Annihilation, they realized something had changed. They fell for each other that day, but they didn't want anyone to know. They worried it might break their contracts or ruin the show, so they kept it quiet. No public dates, no hints on set. They even used secret signals to talk to each other. By the time they filmed their first on-screen kiss in the Middle-earth paradigm, they had already kissed in real life. That first real kiss happened in Johnny's trailer. So, when they finally kissed on camera, it wasn't just acting. There were real emotions behind it. Kay later said she felt nervous but also confident in her Halloween costume. That scene became one of the most electric moments in early Big Bang history. Fans could feel the chemistry but didn't know the real reason why. Their romance lasted almost 2 years, but by the end of 2009, just as Season 3 was airing, they quietly broke up. And just like that, their characters broke up too. In episode 19, the Wheaton recurrence, Leonard and Penny split. The timing couldn't have been worse. Filming those scenes while dealing with a real breakup wasn't easy. Kay later admitted it was one of the hardest periods in her life. She cried in her dressing room after filming the Spaghetti Catalyst. The emotions were too real. The writers had no idea what was going on, but they unknowingly wrote dialogue that mirrored the couple's real life issues. In one episode, Penny opens up about feeling insecure. Kay said that moment felt real to her because it echoed private conversations she had with Johnny. Leonard's insecurities about Penny's past also mirrored Johnny's feelings at the time. Somehow, the writers captured the emotional truth without ever knowing the full story. It made the performances more raw, more believable. The line between fiction and reality blurred. When Mayim Bialik joined The Big Bang Theory in Season 4, her paycheck was just $20,000 per episode. The main cast, meanwhile, was making $200,000 each. That wasn't just a gap. It was a canyon, and everyone on set felt it. Mayim, already known for Blossom and holding a PhD in neuroscience, was brought on as a side character, but fans instantly connected with her. Her character Amy became a major part of the show. Still, her pay didn't match her rising importance. That imbalance created real tension. It would take several years and public attention before her salary started climbing. Her road to equal pay was long, filled with hard talks behind closed doors. It was a reminder that even on one of TV's biggest shows, not everyone was treated equally. Melissa Ralph faced an even tougher start when she came in as Bernadette during Season 3. She earned just $1,500 per episode. That's what's called scale in the industry bare minimum. Her character took off fast. She became a fan favorite and married into the core cast, but her paycheck didn't grow right away. Even after becoming a regular, she was still earning far less than the others. Slowly, her pay rose $45,000, then $60,000, and then $100,000 per episode. By the end of the show, she was making $500,000 per episode. In the final 48 episodes alone, she earned $24 million. But that didn't come easy. She had to fight her way up season after season. It was a clear example of how success doesn't always come with fair pay in Hollywood. Even Kay Cuoco, one of the original stars, wasn't immune. In Season 2, she found out she was making $50,000 less than Jim Parsons and Johnny Galecki. They were at $100,000. She was at $50,000, and she was supposed to be their equal. That discovery led to some very heated negotiations. Kay pushed hard, and by Season 4 got to $200,000 per episode. After that, she kept climbing $350,000. And then by Season 8, $1 million per episode. Over time, she became one of the highest paid actresses in TV history. Her total earnings hit around $150 million, but that early pay gap haunted her.